Now, digital marketing and innovation have been the most talked about subjects for brands and products for some time now. But according to Contagious Communications, a completely innovative idea is redundant if it doesn't provide a great consumer experience. We caught up with Will Sansom from Contagious and got him to talk about 3 brands, namely Pedigree, Intel and StarHub, and explain how they have successfully managed to balance innovation and experience. Listen in.
Hi, I'm Will Sansom and I'm from Contagious magazine, which is a quarterly intelligence briefing publication that looks at the very best in non-traditional advertising, experiential marketing, design, branding and emerging technologies. And the trend I'm going to talk about today is what we're calling experience over innovation. So experience over innovation is essentially about brands, marketers, media owners jumping on bandwagons in terms of technologies, because there are a lot of really awesome digital technologies available today. But when we see work submitted to Contagious, and we do see thousands of campaigns every quarter, they're always throwing the technology at the front of the campaigns. So a nice example of invisible technology, of experience over innovation, something which the telecoms provider StarHub did in Singapore. They wanted to drive traffic to their essentially iTunes equivalent music store online. So they partnered with Topman and Topshop, the retailer, and they embedded RFID tags, which are radio frequency identification tags, in items of clothing. When people took these items of clothing to changing rooms, they had readers in the ceilings which registered the RFID tags and then played a music track significant to their item of clothing. More than that, it then offered them a proximity SMS that said, if you want to download this track for free, this is where you get it. So it was very techy, but the important thing is the user wasn't aware of any of the tech. It was just very seamless. Another really good example is something from Pedigree in New Zealand. This is a dog food brand and it's called Doggleganger. That's based on a very kind of old human insight that people always look like their pet dogs. So what they did was they created a website called Doggleganger, where they had a whole archive database of stray dogs with a sort of stray dogs charity in New Zealand. And what people could do is they could register on the website, submit a picture of themselves. The website then maps different points in your face, used all that data to cross-reference it against the database of all the stray dogs. It then matched you up with your perfect ideal stray dog, which is just such a compelling kind of thing. And the clever thing was, if you wanted to adopt that dog, you could.
This is Misha. This is her a few weeks ago. This is her lucky day. This is her now. So when you buy any Pedigree product, we'll make a donation to help more dogs like Misha find loving homes. Support the Pedigree adoption drive.
But they realised that realistically not that many people are going to be doing that on a mass scale. The people are going to want to share their Doggleganger, their new best friend. So they built one-click sharing mechanisms into the website, which is really smart. And there's always a measure of a good campaign to us at Contagious when people are spreading this kind of stuff on Facebook, even though they don't work in the industry. And the last example, which I'd like to talk about, Intel did something really, really fascinating called the Museum of Me, which is essentially where they created a tour of a virtual art gallery or museum, but the exhibit in that art gallery was your online social life. So use Facebook Connect to drag lots of personal content from your Facebook profile. It then computed all this in about a minute, played out your own special video, and it gave a tour of this museum where you could see all your profile photos unfolding like pictures, pieces of art. You then kind of went into a separate room where they had lots of different words you've written on your wall, and it picked out the word you use most, and then had a lovely final sequence where these automated robotic arms were plucking your friends' profile photos out of the air, and it put these into a huge collage that when it scanned out showed your face, i.e. saying you are the product of all your friends online. And it was a really interesting thing for Intel to do, because they're repositioning themselves from a technology brand into a lifestyle brand. And a great example of something which is technologically quite sophisticated, but is all about just creating a very human, compelling experience. So that's experience over innovation. Thank you.